Hi, and welcome to Reaching Out. I'm your host, Kim Carey, and today my guest is Raheem Hanifa, who is the Outreach Coordinator for CAIR-Michigan. Welcome, Raheem. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Good. Thanks for being here. So let's start by telling everyone what CAIR stands for.
Well, CAIR is the Council on American-Islamic Relations, and we're the Michigan chapter. And CAIR's mission is to empower American Muslims, increase the understanding of Islam, and work to protect civil liberties while collaborating with different organizations such as the NAACP, ACLU, to protect the civil liberties of all Americans, Muslim and non-Muslim alike.
Now, how long has this chapter been in effect in Michigan?
Well, the Michigan chapter has been open and running for going on 11 years now. We're coming up on our 11th annual banquet in March, and our work has continued to increase, and we've been growing ever since.
Okay. And it started where?
The national chapter started in Washington, D.C. A couple of Muslim Americans who are activists found that they needed to start an organization to increase the understanding of Islam, given that there's so many misconceptions and misunderstandings about Islam, and also work to protect the civil liberties of American Muslims, be it at work or school. And they started the national chapter just going on around 15 years ago. And then from there on, chapters spread across the nation, and around now we have about 30 chapters across the nation.
Wow. And is this the only one in Michigan?
Yes, Michigan just has one chapter now, mainly because the density of Muslims are mainly in the Metro Detroit area. So it makes more sense to have it right in Metro Detroit. Our chapter is located exactly in the Southfield area.
Okay. Well, describe the type of work CAIR does.
Well, CAIR, like I said, we work to protect the civil liberties of American Muslims and also increase the understanding of Islam, working with a number of different organizations.
How do you do that?
One way that we do that is we help assist people who are facing discrimination at the workplace, school, whether it be at border crossings, at the airports. People file their complaints with us, and we assist them with litigation or just going through the legal processes, so they can have justice be brought to their case.
And there's no cost?
No, there's no cost. We're a nonprofit organization. We have a staff attorney, and we have 2 attorneys on our board that help with the legal work.
Very good, very good. So what are some of the main issues that you address on a daily basis?
Yeah, right now what we're seeing is a lot of issues facing Muslim Americans at the border. A lot of people have been suspected of being something that they're not, and we've seen a lot of delays at the border, people crossing, even having work to do crossing the border, and it's affected their work, it's affected their travel and their family life, even spending up to 7 hours at the border. Also, we're seeing incidents of discrimination at work. People who come in to a job may be denied that job because they may wear the Muslim headscarf that females wear, the hijab. We're seeing incidents like that, and just discrimination, name calling, whatnot, and incidents such as that.
Okay, so you guys act as a support system to them?
Yeah. A lot of times people don't know what to do, and
in
such,
those cases,
exactly, in those cases, they're distraught, they're disturbed, they're upset, and they don't know what their rights are. So we assist them in telling them what their rights are, what they can do in these situations, and then helping them through the legal process, going forth with what decisions they want to take.
Okay, so do you want to share some examples of how you guys have done that? Just an example of a particular situation, if you can share that with the audience?
Sure. Like in a general case, say if someone has an incident crossing the border and it relates to their work, if they've been stopped over 7 hours or so, then a lot of times they'll lose their job, and we've had a similar case, something like this come up. So that person will come to us, file a complaint. We'll look into it. We work with the EOC, the Equal Opportunity Discrimination Office, they assist us as well as other entities. Sometimes we'll contact the ACLU. Sometimes we'll contact local representatives to have them look into these incidents. We contact the FOIA offices to file Freedom of Information Act requests to see if there's any information that the government may be looking into certain individuals, or why they're maybe profiling specific individuals over and over again. So we request information to verify the claims of the person who claims discrimination, and then we'll contact the office or the government agency that the person has claimed that's been discriminated against them, and then we work to mediate the dispute. If mediation doesn't work, then a lawsuit may be the next step to take.
Wow. So you have seen an increase of people contacting your office regarding these sensitive issues?
Yeah, we have seen increases over the years steadily. Well, there has been work or border discriminations, even school complaints. There has been an increase of these incidents, and I think a lot of it has come about because this is growing anti-Islam sentiment that you've seen across the nation, whether it's the New York mosque or mosques just being started up across the nation. There have been disputes and protests against these mosques across the nation, and we think these incidents that have helped to increase the fear and the misunderstanding of Muslims between the general public of American society, and we've seen an increase of incidents from this misunderstanding and this fear.
Well, by you being a Muslim American, what is your opinion of the mosque being built in New York? Share that with us.
Well, one thing I think we all have to understand is that Muslims died in the tragedy of 9/11, and there were Muslim first responders who went in there to risk their own lives to save people from the World Trade Center disaster. So when we talk about hollow ground and sensitivities, it's sensitive for everyone, including Muslim Americans. And this is America, and we were founded on religious freedoms. So the view of CAIR is that we respect everyone's right to have religious establishments. And we are in support of anyone who wants to build a mosque or synagogue or a church within that vicinity.
Okay. And where are your offices located?
Our office, the CAIR-Michigan office, is located in Southfield, 21700 Northwestern Highway. We welcome people to come and to meet with us. Local media, we're always in contact with media to talk about our issues and the issues that we're facing.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you would like the audience to know about your organization or just the Muslim culture in general?
Well, CAIR-Michigan works with a lot of different organizations and people of many different backgrounds. Our constituents come from all walks of life and all ethnicities. We have African Americans, Arab Americans, South Asians, white Americans who file complaints with us. Mostly Muslim, but even non-Muslims as well will contact our office for assistance on a number of issues. And CAIR is here to protect and advocate civil liberties for everyone, no matter the race, color, ethnicity, or creed. So that's what we're here for. We're here to empower the American Muslim community and let them know their rights, and to contribute to society as a whole, because we're all Americans, no matter the religion or race or creed. And as American Muslims, just want to contribute to society as well. And that's what we feel that we're doing here at CAIR-Michigan.
So how has CAIR-Michigan contributed to the communities in Southeast Michigan?
Well, through our work with a number of different organizations like the NAACP, ACLU, other interfaith groups, we believe that we are kind of building that gap or bridging that gap and that divide between the American Muslim community and then the larger community as a whole, and kind of addressing a lot of the misconceptions that drive a lot of the fears in the society that lead to these protests of mosques that come across the nation. So we're trying to educate the public on who Muslims are, what Muslims stand for, and just let them know that Muslims are just everyday people like everyone else who just want to live their life to the fullest and enjoy the opportunities that America has to offer.
Now, do you do this through seminars or?
We do have seminars. We
do?
have a couple of different seminars that we offer. We have in the past given diversity trainings to colleges, to high schools, and to law enforcement offices as well.
Okay.
And we also give seminars to on presenting Islam to the general public, how to tackle some of the most misunderstood issues about Islam and Muslims. We give that training as well to kind of bridge that divide and misunderstanding.
So what do you feel is the most misunderstood conception about Muslims, in your opinion?
Yeah, but well, there are a number of them.
But the number one to you?
Well, I think a lot of time Muslim or the general public may see Muslims as a group of people that have a separate, total belief system than them, and I think that's definitely false. Within the Muslim tradition, we believe in the same prophets that are in the Bible and the Ten Commandments and all the same principles, justice, equality, fairness, respect for the fellow humankind. Basic principles are universal, and Muslims try to live their lives by these principles. And we're a large group, we're diverse, we have different ethnicities and religiosity, and just Muslims aren't a monolith, and I think that's what a lot of people, they have a perception that Muslims are just one thing and there's no diversity, which is definitely false. There's a lot of diversity of opinion and race within Islam and Muslims.
Do you speak the language?
A little bit.
What is it?
Arabic is the religious language of that's our holy book is in Arabic, but like I said, Muslims are all across the globe, from Africa to the Middle East to Europe to South Asia, so there's no one language that all Muslims speak, but our holy book, the Quran, is in Arabic.
Say something positive to the audience in Arabic.
Well, assalamu alaikum, peace
That's
be
a
upon
greeting, yes.
everyone. Yeah.
Okay, and that is wonderful.
Yeah.
Wa alaikum salam.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience before we close out?
I just want to thank you for having me here, and I
thank
hope
you for coming in.
our viewers have learned something that they didn't know prior to this.
Very good. Do you have a website or any other?
Yeah, anyone can go to www.CAIR-Michigan.org. That's CAIR Michigan.org, and you can keep up on our activities and our work there.
Oh, well, it was really a pleasure to meet you, Raheem. Thank you. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Reaching Out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.